continuing the me and Emmy theme of things. Again, another day, woken up feeling atrocious and gone back to bed. Have eaten and had a cup of tea. I do start my day with a glass of something called Soleil now, which is basically saturated salt water added to water with some lemon for electrolytes, and take supplements to try and help manage things. Just thought I'll have a quick chat about something I've spoken a lot about recently, which is the conundrum between mental health and physical health and finding that balance. So for me, mentally, all I want to do is be outdoors with horses, dogs, playing with ponies, having fun with dogs, being active, moving about, being outdoors. That is what mentally is really good for me and is my happy place, for want of a better word. But physically if I do go out and do that, I'm in bed for 2-3 days, just absolutely exhausted. So I'm really working towards trying to manage how I can balance the two, manage it so that I can do what's good for me mentally without absolutely destroying myself physically. We did go on quite a substantial walk over the weekend, and I was just in pain the whole time. And pain does get you, it does affect your enjoyment of things. If you're like having taken medications and things to try and manage it, if you're in pain, you don't enjoy it anywhere near as much as even if reducing the pain never goes away, but reducing the pain, I have noticed means that I just feel so much better mentally by managing that physical thing. It's also very draining on my energy levels, the fatigue side of things. That as well, you're all the time that you're just pushing through the fatigue, you're pushing through the pain. It does take a lot of energy, it's exhausting in itself, and it does mean that it's very difficult to enjoy it as fully as if you were just not experiencing those things, I guess. So I'm very much of the mindset now that I think it is important to consider taking medications and finding ways to manage the pain. What I end up doing quite a lot is just smothering myself in Voltarol gel to try and manage the localised things. When the diazepam was really helping, so I'm hoping that I can take an equivalent, which I think will be pregabalin. I'll be getting an assessment done at the pain clinic on Thursday, hopefully. I've known there's a bit of COVID going around. I'm really hoping I'm not feeling rubbish because of that. But basically my feet hurt all the time. It doesn't matter if I'm on my feet for a few seconds or if I'm on them for walking around for 2 hours. Standing still is the worst. If I get up and I'm just standing still, I'm in absolute agony after just a couple of minutes. And I have to shift my weight because it's just unbearable. The pain's in my feet, it's in my back, it's in my legs, my joints, my neck. Like, just holding myself upright there's just aches and pains there, and I'm just fatigued. Like, I'm absolutely exhausted just trying to be upright, which has a really big impact on things. Especially I'm not riding at the moment, but I was finding when I was riding regularly that actually I was getting worse and not better, because my physical health was just getting worse, not better. And that's the other thing to note is, I've been making a very conscious choice to push through pain and fatigue to make sure that I am being as active as possible. But it's at the detriment of my physical health. So actually, the more I do, the worse my physical health gets. So post-exertional malaise is a term, or PEM, that goes around in the ME community. That is basically very, very opposite to the general thought of no pain, no gain, and basically that the more you exercise, the fitter you'll get. Actually, you get worse because your body can't cope with it. And it's not deconditioning. I don't stop doing things and then my health deteriorates. My health deteriorates, which is the physical health deteriorates, which is why you're able to do less, because you get worse. So yeah, ironically, I've been doing more. For example, walking up hills, which I live in a hilly area, the South Downs, very hilly, so I'm surrounded by hills. But the more I walk up the hills, the worse I get. I sound like I'm having an asthma attack halfway up. That's not to do with deconditioning, that's just my physical health deteriorating. That is quite mentally taxing in itself. It has a detrimental impact on your mental health, because you're struggling to do something that really and truly you should just be able to do. You should just be able to get up the hill and it'd be fine and carry on and go about your day. But no, not me. I reach a tiny incline, and actually the hills around here are quite substantial, and I very quickly sound like I'm having an asthma attack, and I have to walk very slowly, push through pain, and being the determined, aka stubborn person that I am, I do insist on doing these things, and there are benefits to my mental health. But yeah, it does mean that I then have to spend a substantial time recovering, and I'm not able to do other things. So yeah, it is quite a conundrum of, if I just don't push through any pain, I'd basically just spend my life in bed or spend my life horizontal, really, because pretty much everything is painful. So that's not really an option. My mental health would be shot if I just spent all my time doing that. I'd be in a very bad place. But yeah, there's this constant rock and hard place issue of the detrimental physical impacts that doing those things that I love to do has. Yeah, I haven't found the solution yet. I'm hoping that I will get to a place where I can manage it better. So I want to get to a place where the pain is reduced. I do believe that if the pain is reduced and I'm able to get more benefit from things, doing things mentally, it'll all kind of help to sort itself out. We shall see.